Hi, everybody. I think I am in the right place. Let's see. I'm going to pull up the page on here. Let me know that you can hear me. Oh, I can see comments. All right, well, that's good. At least I can see comments. I'm like, oh my goodness, is it working? I kept trying to log on and then it was not letting me log into the group because I use a streaming service called StreamYard and it was telling me I didn't have permission, but I do. I do. So welcome. In case you have not painted with me before, I am Tracy Abbey from the Cat's Whiskers mobile and online art studio. And I am here today to do a sweet little honeybee ARTual with you. So I do see there's one person on. If you can let me know if you can hear me, or if there's any feedback on the sound or anything like that. Hi, Terry. Hey, can you hear me? Because StreamYard was acting up. So I just want to make sure that you can actually hear me. And that I'm okay. I can see that I'm showing up and I can see your comments. So at least that's there. Sound is good. Perfect. Good. All right. Well, then, without further ado, we can get started. Woohoo. Okay. So we are going to be painting a sweet little wild honeybee today. I have just an 8.5, whoops, 8.5 by 11. Yes, that's it. My brain's fried today. It's just been one of those days. You ever have just one of those days where you're like, I don't even want to today. Just pull the covers over my head and forget this day? Yeah, I'm having one of those. So what better day than to paint to help you get out of that funk? So that's what I teach. That is my motto, is that art can bring that magic and that peace into our life. So I am here. Had to force myself to get on, but when I get on, I just love painting with y'all. So, you know, it'll all work itself out. And I hope that you really enjoy this time that we have together. So again, 8.5 by 11, just stretched canvas. You can use a mixed media pad. You can use whatever you have, wood, ceramics. Gosh, we painted on shoes last week, didn't we? I still have to share my shoes. I have shoes, a tote bag, and a cap is what I ended up doing because I made it as a little trio like gift set. So I'm probably going to give it away at my, well, it's a 3-day challenge, but with the extra little tidbits that we have going on, it's going to be a 5-day challenge, and we're going to be painting 3 super cute bee paintings. This is one of them on the challenge, and then there's 2 more. And then there's a secret painting. It may well be a queen bee. We'll see. I'm working on that mystery painting. It could be a witchy queen bee. We'll see. But maybe a mystery lady. So we're going to be doing that. It is coming up. So make sure that you check my guide number 8. There will be access in there on how to sign up for my challenge. But I'm going to be giving away that prize. It's a pair of super cute tennis shoes with bee prints on them, and a ball cap and a tote bag. So yeah, if you're in the USA, those can be shipped from here because that's where I am. If you're outside the USA, I do have prints and some digital goodies that I'll be giving away. So it's going to be super fun. But anyway, so let's get on with today. So this is what I'm using. And I would love to know if anybody who's watching has anything on their heart that they would like to put into our canvas today. That's what we always do. So I'm going to put some of my goodies into my canvas. Let me see. What do I need? Let's see. I'm going to put my little prayers in. You put your prayers onto yours. If you have anything that you would like, there's a lot of fires in California, so I'm going to put the fires on here. And since we are painting honeybees and we know that honeybees have are endangered, I'm going to put the honeybee on here, and bees in general, that I would like them to be kept in our positive thoughts and our positive energy today on our ARTual. So let's see. I'm putting this out there. Okay, I've got mine on. So there it is, my little magic pen. And hopefully you've got yours on. And then we, as customary with all of my ARTuals, will light our candle to open our space. So here goes. Open our space for this to be an absolutely wonderful, magical experience for all who join in. I hope that you enjoy it and our time together. So, whoops. So we're just going to light our candle and our open sacred space. We just enjoy our time together and spread some magic around the world. So, lots of peace and love to you all. And I'm going to put my camera down onto the surface so that we can paint together. Take a little sip of my witchy brew. I hope you've got yourself some good witchy brew. Mine is coffee today. Normally it's tea, but today it's a coffee kind of day. So, all right, let's get to painting. Okay. Let me see if you can, whoops. Ah, there we go. Whoops. Get rid of the, okay. There it goes. My little, all right. And I think we've got top of the canvas is on the bottom of your canvas. That's not good. All right. Well, yeah, this is my bottom. This is my top. So we're upside down. Let's see. Let me do the little switcheroo and see if we can go top and bottom the other way. Nope. Nope. Okay. It's not going to go around enough for it to work. You will not see all of the canvas. Gosh. Need a second camera in here. My other one broke. I used to be able to just switch from one thing to the other so you could still see me and you could see my art. But let's see. That's the top. This is the bottom. So bear with us. You'll get there. You'll be okay. Paint upside down with me today. So we are going to be using the colors in my palette that I put into the into my guide number 8. And so we have, oops, where are we? We have ultramarine blue. So I'm just using some Liquitex Basic, but you can use, oops, stuck my hand in my palette. You can use craft paints like these. Where do I have ultramarine blue? Oh, there. So that's a nice dark, deep blue. It's great blue for sky. So I have it in deco art paints. I use folk art. I use, gosh, apple barrel, all sorts of different paints when I am doing my fun art. Today, this particular painting is part of our fun art series, but I'm using my Liquitexes because this is actually going to go in some of my fine art stuff too. I'm going to get fancy with it after we're done with our basics. So, right, we've got some ultramarine blue, we've got some titanium white, and we've got cadmium yellow medium, and we've got some cadmium red deep, and some Mars black. Those are, oh, and I'm using a, where is it? It's a green. It is a, it went missing. It went missing. So it's just a very deep green. I guess since it has gone missing, I will probably just use Hooker's green, or I do have this one, but I don't think this is going to be deep enough. What? Actually, it might. This might be good enough. So this is a just a deep green. That's, I don't know how it went missing over here. The cats, more than likely, they have been up to no good today. Driving me crazy. On my desk, jumping around, going nuts, tearing everything up. They've just been making me go nuts. So we're going to start off with our titanium white. These are new, so I'm just going to give them a good shake. I don't want any of the binding agents not to be fully mixed in there and them to be like squirt out like ketchup. You know how when you put ketchup onto your onto your plate and it squirts out liquid before it actually puts the stuff? We don't want that. So I'm using a Matheson wet dry that's palette. So what it does is it keeps my acrylic paints wet, because acrylic paints will dry out in the air very quickly. And so this is a wet dry palette. And what it does is it has like this little spongy layer. Oops. Where is it? Oh, there. It has the spongy layer underneath stays wet. You just keep it damp. And then it has these disposable palettes papers, and they're washable, and so you can see I've used it before. And then you can put your paint on and it just keeps it moist, and this lid seals on when you're not painting and it opens up when you are painting. So there we go. We've got some titanium white and my ultramarine blue. Oops, I did not shake that one up. Let's shake that one up. All right. So how is everybody doing today? I can still see the comments, I think, sort of a little bit. A tiny bit. We'll see. I'll check on those comments in a little bit. But all right, so we've got our, whoops, we've got all sorts of colors going on here. We've got our either your verses that you want to write on there, or you can put just little prayers on your heart in there, little magical prayers. I have open space already for anybody who's joining us. We have our circle is open. We have our beautiful pink candle is on to help us find some peace and joy in the world today. Because it is rather a sad day in the US. And I just really felt it on my heart this morning. It really did feel very somber today when I was getting up. It is 9/11. And so it was really beautiful driving through my town, seeing all the American flags lining all of the streets. I did really enjoy seeing that, but my heart felt a little heavy today. And so I am here painting in the most perfect way, not wanting to paint, not wanting to be around anybody, just wanting to go and hide away. And what better time to paint, right? That's when we should be doing this, because that's when we need it most, is when we are thinking we need to hide away from the world. Then art is what can heal and help us to feel better. So I know I'm already feeling better being in all of your space, and I hope that you will be feeling better in my space too. And with this beautiful pink candle for us, look at this. Oh my gosh, there's already some things going on in there. I like to read candles, so we have this message over here that's coming together for us. There is a hole. It actually looks like a little bee and like the little, on that little drip. It's pretty cool. Did I just get paint on me? Of course I did. So we're going to start with painting our background. And what we're going to do is I wet my brush really nicely, taking some of this titanium white, and I'm just going to like brush over my whole surface just with a thin layer of this titanium white. I just want to get some, you hear my cat? I don't know if you can. Since I have my microphone in, it's supposed to cancel noises around me because it's a half day of school. So I've got kids at home and dogs running around and cats running around. As usual, it's a madhouse at the Abbey household. Abbey Echo household, I should say. All right, so I've got all that white on there. Just I'm not putting it on properly. I don't know if you can see, like there's lots of gaps in it where you can see the gesso from the canvas. Yeah, and it's fine. That's okay. We're just doing a little, what do they call it? Whitewash. All right, and then I'm going to grab some of this blue. I'm going to go down here because I want to mix some of this white and this blue together. I don't know if you can see it. So probably need a little bit more of this titanium white over here near this blue. So I'm going to get it super streaky, and I'm just now going to cover my whole canvas. And you see how it's just blending really nice. I'm actually doing this at a diagonal on purpose. I kind of want it to look like a sky without putting a lot of effort into making an actual sky. Yes, this is part of my semi-fine arts series for our challenge days that we're doing a bee challenge. Take a wild time with our bee challenge that we are doing. And I think it's 8 days now. Yeah, in 8 days we will be painting together. You can look in my guide. There will be information on there on how you can join the bee challenge. It is 3 days. Whoops, I'm painting my cauldron. That's not good. I don't want to do that. It'll be 3 days of painting with me. Oh my gosh, Jujas, you okay? Of course, Jules has to make her appearance. She's over there coughing. So, as I was saying, it's 3 days of painting with me. We're going to paint 3 super cute little paintings, just little minis like this. In fact, we might even take it one step further and paint on little 8x8 minis. I've got these lovely canvases. These are like elite fine art canvases from Master's Touch. I really love these. They are so nice to paint on. So we're going to do 3 different bee paintings and then a mystery painting. It's probably going to be a queen bee. It's going to be a lady. That's, I know for sure. Some witchy lady, queen bee. Might be a self-portrait. It's, we'll see. We will see how the challenge unfolds. But there's 3 full days of bee paintings, and then there's a fun day together, and then there's the mystery painting day. So it's actually works out to 5 days together. So there we go. Okay, trying to get that part of the canvas over here that was showing still painted in. My lighting is playing tricks on me today. I can see all these streaks in my brush. I don't want them. Don't forget on your painting to catch your sides as well. We call that a gallery wrap. We've talked about that before, is that we want to bring our paint all the way down on the sides of our painting, because that way we don't have to frame it. A little bit more of this titanium white, ultramarine blue. Of course, you can use any nice deep blue and any white that you have, any paints, whether they're artist paints or hobby paints. This is just some fun painting time together, and I'm catching the sides as I go, wanting to get a little bit more of that dark blue in there at the same time. Catching the sides with it. Oops. A little bit of water going here. Ah, there we go. And have enough water on my brush. Artist quality paints are a little bit thicker and can be a little harder to spread sometimes. Sometimes it's because it's really dry today. You need, oh my goodness, my brain is fried today. You need some medium, some acrylic medium, and it helps to, the blending medium that helps to make the paint smoother onto the canvas. Who else finds that their backgrounds always take them forever? My goodness, like there should be something where you just slap the paint on super quick and get it done, but nope. Me and my backgrounds always forever. Hi, whoever is on. I'm trying to see the comments, but I had to turn my camera at a silly angle so that you all could see, and so it's a little hard to see the comments right this very second, but I just want to say hi to whoever's watching. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you're having a good day today, and if you are not, if you are having a day like me where you just feeling a little sad, I don't know, I feel a little bit tearful, I feel a little bit sad today, I just a little down in the dumps, I got the blues, I got me the blues, then I hope that this art session helps you. I know when I've got the blues, I need to paint. So here I am painting with y'all, even though I once died away. It can be hard, people, sometimes. Extra hard to be a grown-up. Nobody told us it was going to be hard like this, did they? We wanted to grow up so bad as kids. Just be a grown-up so I can do whatever I want. Nobody told us. I think maybe our parents did. Oh yeah, good luck with that. You won't be able to get to do whatever you want. And they were right. They were right. Being a grown-up is not always easy. I mean, it can be fun sometimes, I guess. And in a way, we do get to choose what we want and how we want to feel, because we can do things like this, right? To make us feel better. So, there we go. Okay, this is our sky. This is our wispy sky. I want it as wispy as possible because that's the magic of this painting. That wispy, wispy sky is what makes it so pretty and so easy on the eye. And such a fun painting to do. It's supposed to be a super fast, throw the paint on, streaks, uneven. But if you know me well, you know that that's not the easiest thing for me to do. If you've painted with me any kind of considerable time, you will know I am a little bit of a tight painter. I've got to control my subject matter and my paint. I need to go to one of those art classes with one of those teachers that doesn't let you do that. That makes you stretch yourself a little bit. Go on one of those retreats where they are like, nope, you're going to paint with your fingers, you're going to paint with palette knives. You are not going to be allowed to make any tight little brush strokes or take your time on painting your skies and getting in details. They force you to stretch yourself. It's always fun because it really does help to try new things. It's good for you. It's good for you as an artist. It's good for you as a human being to see that we can do the hard things and it's actually okay. We will not die. There, this canvas just did not want to soak in all the paints. I had so many little patches. There's a whole bunch over here still, but where it did not want to scrub the paint in, as they call it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just up and down, backwards and forwards with my brush so that all this tooth of this canvas will get some paint on it. So you don't have a bunch of canvas sticking up through and showing through my paints, because I do want a nice smooth sky. So that, see how that actually looks like clouds now, just kind of being very free. So, all right, so now I'm going to check on the comments and see what y'all are saying. So hi everybody. Hello Facebook user. I am using a special program called StreamYard, and so it does ask you to give it permission to see your name, and that's the only way that I can see who you are and what your name is if you do give it permission. It's not going to take any of your information, it won't store anything. It's just a way for me to be able to stream the video into here, and then for me to also save a copy that I can put into my painting membership, because they are getting this streamed in live for them over there, because not all of them are members of this paint group, so they're getting this one for free. So yeah. Hey Sandy. You did give StreamYard permission? I don't know, it's still saying Facebook user. Well, thank you for letting me know your name. I appreciate you for coming and joining me. And hi Michelle, and who else? And Terry, who's here. Anybody else who's here, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are having fun already. And yeah, so we've got the background down and we're about to put our bee in, and we're going to freestyle it again. Makes me nervous, but there is the tracer in my guide number 8, but we're going to freestyle it. You're too controlling with your painting too, Terry. Yeah, I know. I have really we need to do a retreat or something. We should get together, us girls, and find somebody who can teach us, and we can go away for the weekend somewhere nice, a beach or something, I don't know, and get a teacher who will whip us into shape and let us be easy and free with our painting. It'd be fun. I think we could create some fun, different kind of styles and things. It would be nice. So yeah, we'll see. If I find it, I'll let you know. If you find it, you let me know. But yeah. All right. So back down to the painting. Whoops. Oops. There we go. So we've got our sky in, and now we are going to get our bee in. So I am going to use a yeah, no, today is not my day for names, is it? My goodness me. I like trying to tell you all these fancy names, and I'm like, what name is that? Help me out. Brain's not working. Oh my goodness. So It's a fine liner brush, so it just has a little fine skinny point. I'm going to use that as like my pencil tool, I guess. So let's see. Oops, I got all these things. I'm trying to keep feedback from happening on anything so I can see the comments and see what you guys are saying. So I didn't want to get any feedback on here. So I'm like, have all these cords on and then they're in the way. Okay. So now I'm going to turn my painting. Let's see. Get this hair out of there. Which way do I want the top to be? My sky. I think I actually kind of like it like that. So this will be my top and this will be my bottom. And I think I can tell you guys there that you can see it. Oopsie daisy. Oh my gosh. There we And you can see my palettes. That's good. Then you'll be able to see when I put colors on there. Perfect. Okay. So what's our candle doing? We still got these little bees going on there. Oh yeah, that looks like a little bee inside there. Get some more little bees. So yeah, honeybee is a very social animal and a very hard worker. And so I like to tell you all the shamanic meanings of when we see these animals and have these animals appear in our lives. Honeybee is one of those that tells us that, just like today, how I was saying, you know, I really just don't want to people. Honeybee says to us that sometimes we have to venture outside the hive for the reward, not to stay hidden at home, but to venture out and go and explore. And that sometimes the most fun things, the most exciting things and things that will lift our spirits up are out there. So what a perfect topic, right, for how I'm feeling today. That is such a coincidence, but it is the perfect topic. So here we are. We are going to put in honeybee now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Mars Black. I put that on here. And I've got my titanium white and my ultramarine blue. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this black, put it there, a little bit of blue, we'll put it there. Oops. And a tiny little touch of that white. And so we're just going to get us, I don't know, a grayish, bluish. Yeah. I don't want it too harsh. Kind of like graphite looking color. And we're going to get our bee shape in. So I'm going to go about a hand away from the top corner here. And I'm going to put a little arc in there. Oops. There, well, there's my little arc shape. And then I'm going to put a little, like a hammerhead shark. Just a little arc shape in there. Okay. And that there, my friends, is, can you see it? Let's see. Yep, you can see it. So we've got about a hand away from there, a whole full hand away from there. So there, just in this top one, an arc there and an arc there is what we've got. Okie dokie. So then I want to keep this out so I can keep using that, but I want to swap to, see what I was using in my, I want to swap to, like, it's a 3/4 flat kind of brush. And we'll get our other colors onto our palette. We said we were going to use cadmium deep red. Got that on there. And we were going to use cadmium yellow medium. Got that in there. Okay. So we got our colors, right? So I want to make kind of, I don't know, like a rugby ball shape here, so that I'm switching to this brush so I can get the shape in. I've got that, and we got that, and then I'm kind of, this is going to be my bee, so I just, there's my shape. Get a little bit of water on my brush, and there he is. He's masked in kind of where I want him. Clean that off a little bit, and I'm going to actually, we'll put that in there. Excuse me while I change my mind. I'm going to take a little bit more of this white and just a touch of that color. And this is where I'm going to put my flower in. So, and it's a big circle. So remember, the bee is kind of like sitting on the flower, and the flower takes up most of our space. So I'm going to bring this pretty big circle in here. Oopsie daisy. There we go. There she is. Okay. So now we've got this nice big circle, and probably more than likely the stem will come off around there somewhere. There we are. Okay. And we're going to do another little brush swap. I know, sorry people. I like this little pointy, very like round, because you can really flatten it and it looks like petals. It really does make a great petal type shape. And that's what this whole painting, we're going to get all these beautiful petals on. So I'm going to take a nice big blob of this white. I'm going to take a little bit of this red, and let's get that in there. And I'm going to start where it's more white than the red, and we're going to start putting some leaves, some petals in. So I'm just going to do these like very easy going, and I'm laying my brush down and I'm just dragging it down. Just like that. Just laying in, and you want some of the white, some of this red, just laying in. And you can do any color you want here at this point. You could do yours in purple, you could do yours in pink, yeah, just whatever color you would like. You could do it in a yellow. Okay, but we want nice big strokes here. We're just laying this down and pulling in. Get a little bit of water in there to get this paint to spread. Okay, so lay it down and pull it down. We're just getting our first layer of petals in. And I think this is a crocus plant. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure I'm probably wrong. But I think this was a crocus. All right. So we've got our first layer in. It's the lightest layer. Okay. So just that first one. Now I'm going to come in with a second layer, and I'm going to kind of put that in over here. So I'm going to want to take more of this red and some more white. Not too much because we want more red this time. And I'm going to take a titsy little bit of this yellow in there. Oops, I put a whole bunch of red in that yellow. Didn't mean to do that. It's going to make a real pretty peachy apricot-y kind of color. But I definitely want more red because we want this darker at this point so that it shows up more up. And then we're going to just, same thing, put the tip down, nice loaded brush, and just pull. Put the tip down on a nice loaded brush and pull. There we go. Pull. Oh, that one didn't go all the way. Yeah, so we're just getting these little petals in. You can move your brush around a little bit. There we go. Get a little bit more water in here so my paint will flow a bit more. Just pull those in. So point down and pull it in. The brush is really doing all the work in this. And it makes it easier because it's like one of these rounds, one of these pointy rounds. A little bit more whites. We're going to go with the next layer, and I'm going to skip this yellow that I got so much red on. And I'm going to go with our next bit. Get it really peachy this time, apricot. Nice apricot color. There we go. Well, I like that over here. I guess I'm going to play over here. I like this one here better for the next go around. I'm going to put it down and pull. Put it down and pull. Put it down and pull. Get some more paint. Put it down and pull. All right, let's get some water in there because that's the one thing with this particular brush. I don't use it as often as I probably should because I don't like how it sucks up all my paint in there. Get some more of this yellow in there. Put it down and pull. Oh, there. Look at that interesting color it's coming out there. Okay. A little bit more yellow in here. Oops, not too much. And this is just a deep cadmium yellow deep. So it's got a little bit of a orangey undertone is why I like that for this. And then the cadmium red deep. Okay. Yeah, and that gives us this really pretty apricot-y, peachy, pinky kind of color. All right, and we drag this down and drag this down. There we go. Okay, now I want to go with a lot more of my yellow for my next layer. I'm going to put a nice good blob of that yellow in there and really get, it almost looks like ketchup, doesn't it? Ketchupy orange color. All right, so you get these blobs in there. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, I really like that. Okay. Get your point and pull. Point and pull. And we want to kind of let them just go all different ways, but in the same direction. So we're kind of doing like a fan. I just want to catch that leaf over there because it had a hole in the petal. We don't want that. We don't want a hole in our petal. There we go. Overlap that one a little bit, pull it down. There we go. I love how these layers are really like, see how the paint is super thick and just sitting on top of each other. That's what makes it really fun. Okay, and we're on our last layer. I think might need one more. We'll see. May need one more, but we're gonna. Oh, I got a hair. Kitty cats. It is a black one too. My black cats. He was trying to get on my art table again. I don't know if you painted with me the last time, but he was so upset that I wasn't at my office desk by my laptop where he likes to sit and sleep. And he was super mad with me because I was at my art table. Oh, I got a little bit of the light color in there, but that's actually good. Looks pretty. But he was complaining a lot about it. Okay. Oh, I really like that. Let's get one last one over there to cover that where it didn't. Oh, what do you guys think? I'm enjoying this. I've already got a smile on my face. Gosh, how I love art to make me smile. All right, so now that we've done our pretty little crocus plants, I think it's a crocus. Did anybody check? Any plant aficionados in this group? Let us know what we got here. Do we have a crocus? What do we have? What do we have? Oops. Oh, come on. Me and my playing around. No touching, Tracy. Once you're done with your layer. Don't be like me. Don't be a Tracy and go touch with your layers. I'm like, ah. Okay, so that brush is now going to go to sleep, and we're going to go back to that flat 3/4 that we had. I had a whole bowl of brushes here by accident. I was messing about with something earlier, and so I have an entire bowl of them. But okay, so we've got that 3/4 flats that we're going back to, and we are going to go back to our black and our ultramarine blue. We're going to make it just off black, so it's not blue, it's not black, just a little bit off black. It's a black, bluey black. All right, and we're going to get our bumblebee in here now. Well, not bumblebee, but honeybee. Okay, so how we're going to do it is we're going to use the edge of our brush to really like help us with this. Is we want this, that's, you know, he's super fuzzy. He's a fuzzy wuzzy bee. So we're going to fuzzy wuzzy this edge. Right, we want it super fuzzy wuzzy. Fuzzy wuzzy was a bee. Well, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, wasn't he? But Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't Fuzzy Wuzzy. My grandpa used to say that to me all the time. He had all these weird rhymes. But yeah, so we're just really letting our brush do the work. It's like almost like dry brushing. We're getting the paint on this edge there. Let me see it. And then we're just flicking it to get that all around. So we want it right up over our flower because he has his fuzzies all over there, but we want to make sure we don't blend it into the flower. So make sure your flower is dry. Like mine's dry up top there, but he's not dry all the way. So we're just going to play with our blue, play with our black. It's very bluey black, and we're going to get this bluey black in here. Fuzzy wuzzy, just all different layers. Fuzzy wuzzy wuzzy wuzzy. Get him in there. He's a fuzzy wuzzy bee. A fuzzy wuzzy wuzzy bee. Fuzzy wuzzy wuzzy. So just use your brush. We're not going to add any water to our brush on this. We want it to actually show the canvas through a little bit. We want that tooth to really help us make it. rough, and that will give us that fuzzy look. There we go. Fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzzy. The fuzzier the better. That's what makes him so fun, is that he is a fuzzy bee. All right. Okay. Oh. Put all the shape in. And try not blend too much, because you really want those fuzzy strokes to be seen. So I'm really like etching my brush in like that to get these layered fuzzy strokes of the blue and the black together. Oops. Just fill them in, fill them in, fill them in. Definitely want it a little bit more blue down the bottom here. Darker black at the top. So kind of like feel like the light source is coming in over here. That's why it's lighter kind of on the top. I want it to kind of catch the bee on the bottom of his body. Got his fuzziness in there. My flower was dry enough, thankfully, to get the fuzzy wuzzies on him there. Yay! You can use a hairdryer. I just didn't want to do that on here right now because I didn't want all the noise for you guys. Yes, it can be pretty loud. So I was trying to get away with painting this without the hairdryer going. Plus, I don't see the hairdryer around me right now, so more than likely one of the girls in the house has kidnapped the hairdryer and it's gone off to the girls' rooms or the girls' bathrooms or something. And I wouldn't be able to find it anyway if I wanted to. All right, so now we've got that going. We're going to get lighten up that where I said we were talking about that sunshine part. We're going to lighten up with a little bit of titanium white. How's everybody doing? All doing good still? Let me check these comments. Crocus looks more like a tulip. Oh dear. Well, it's definitely not a tulip. I know that. It's some sort of fuzzy wuzzy like flower, as well as the fuzzy wuzzy. A zinnia, maybe. Could be a zinnia. I'll have to look it up. I should have looked it up beforehand. I couldn't remember. It was like a fantasy flower, just like in my head of like what I could see, but yeah. Okay, so we're going to catch a little bit of this titanium white, and we're going to start putting that in to like kind of show his stripes. So we're just going to kind of I'm going to start in the middle of his body a little bit, because then I can work my stripes back. Okay, so we've got that stripe, and then he's got another stripe over here. Oops. I've got a second stripe. Okay. And then I know he's got another stripe up here by his head that we kind of want. So I'm gonna, this is where his eye is probably gonna go in. And then, yeah. Something like that. Let's get a little bit more white over here. Oops. Okay, so we've got this grayish white stripe. We got this one there, and this one there. A bit of this blue in there. Yeah, so it's bluish, whitish, grayish, and just let it there blend a little bit. Not too much though, because definitely want to see those stripy little pieces. Okay, and then we need some more of our yellow. And they're green because we're going to put his wings in. So yeah, mine ended up being a Hooker's green. Just need like a darkish green. Yeah, Hooker's green is probably a good green for this. All right. So I've still got a blue and gray and whatever on my paintbrush, but that's fine. So I'm going to get those wings in there. And it's just a triangular shape there. I got another one sort of down there. Yeah, well, probably should have left a little bit more room. Okay, I guess his wings will be going off the page a little bit, off the canvas. There one. We've got those in. Just mask them in for now. Just get some white in there so I know where they are. So as I do this, kind of know where I'm going. There we go. All right. Yeah. Okay. And then, let's see. Let's clean this off and let's get his yellow in. Yeah. I want to get him nice and, whoops, bright. See, yellow honey. So we got some more of this deep yellow hue, and we're going to go where we did these light stripes. Next to that is where we're going to get our yellow in. So brush that in. We don't want it to mix with this black. We want it to stand out. Blah. And then I'm going to go on that. So we've got our black stripe, and then it's sort of on the white, and sort of, that's the one. That's it, like right on his butt, the like fluffiest one. Then right next to his head, on that white, on the edge of the white, and a little bit onto the black. I'm going to put his next yellow stripe. Put a little bit of yellow under there. Okay, we'll just let that blend and stand out for us. And then I'm going to take some of this crocus orangey yellow that I had up there that was left over. And I'm going to add some of that in just to, I don't know, give it a little bit of highlights, or low lights, I should say. That's kind of a little bit more shadowy parts. Okay. And this is going to have to dry before I can layer too much on there. Otherwise, see how it just blends in? And then it becomes a whole different color than what you wanted. So you definitely don't want that to happen. But I do want these like layers of color. Oops, a little more of this yellow. So where it really blended in at the top over here, I'm going to try drop some yellow on top of there again and not brush too much. There we go. Let it just sit on top. Don't brush it in too much. Let it just sit. This painting is actually very loose style painting because you're letting the paint just sit on top of each other and not blending too much. There we go. Now I like that. Now he's fuzzy wuzzy. Don't want to lose any of his fuzzies. There he goes. He's got his fuzzy wuzzy bottom. And remember, because we're painting off, we're doing the gallery wrap, his fuzzy wuzzy bottom can go off the side of the canvas a little bit. You can get some of his fuzzy wuzzy bottom can be down here too. I like it when my paintings go off the side a little bit. We'll get his fuzzies on. A little bit of black here. Oopsie daisy. That wasn't the thing I was trying to do. We'll get a little bit of that in there. And you see, now it looks like he's kind of flying off the edge. All okay. Now we're going to get these wings in, and we're going to do that with our small brush that we had. Where'd it go? Where's my pointy brush gone? I got 3 of them in here. Okay. So we're just going to use a little bit of our whites. It has got some of the black and the blue in for the gray, and that's fine because we just want to get, like we're outlining it, with a bit of this white and black. And we're just going to put some shade streaks in there. There. A little bit of this green. There we go. That works. Because his wings are like see-through, we're kind of going for that look where you can still see some of that sky shining through. We've just got little patterns going on. Then we'll get this one in down here a little bit more. Some little streaks on there. Get this wing in there. Okay. Then I'm going to get some more of our whites. We want these little patches so it looks translucent. Give us our little wings. Just however what looks good to your eye. Remember his wings on mine because I don't think I left myself enough space. So my wings are like going right off the edge there. Put those white parts on it. Those will be like the reflections. And I'll take my black in a very fine line and just really kind of touch the outside to just define it a little bit. Just makes it kind of pop a little bit. I need my wing to go all the way down. Otherwise it looks like he's got these super short stubbies. And yeah, there. Oh, there. As I go down there, I just get that. There we go. Catch that. Oopsie. Try to get a thin line on here, and it keeps going wider and wider. There we go. Now I can get some of these white blobs in. It's like the reflections. That's a bit better. Get those over there. Oh. Right. Catch this side a little bit because we've got the big wing over here. Oh, that's better. Now it's starting to look more like his wings. Okay, let's get his eye in there now. So here's this kind of really, there's a big eye. We'll get this big blob in there. Whoops, I'm squishing my paint. There we go. Some lines around there. Just get this blob circle. So kind of like a 9 or a 6 filled in. And then we got these little lines around the outside of it like that. And I'm going to take some white and just do like a little white dot that gives the reflection of the light on there, and it makes it look like an eye. And then just trace the line that you've already made with the black. And then we've got a little bit of yellow in there, so I'm just going to blend that so it looks like a reflection of his bee coloring going onto his eye. And then we'll put his little antlers in because he is an insect, so he has these antlers sticking up out of the top of his head. So we'll just put those guys in. There we go. So stick those in. There we go. And I'll get his little legs in. So I think he has like one over here on the flower. Let's get him another one that's kind of standing over here. There we go. Get a little bit thicker. Give him a little foot on that one. And then let's give him another one over here. There we go. Let's give him another one back over here, I think. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just eyeball it how you feel like your guy, where you would think his little legs are gonna be. I got those in there. I kind of like that. I feel like he just needs a little bit more on there. Bigger feelers, little antlers. So he can find the big flowers. Now, I like that. Okay, then we'll get a little bit of white dots so we can get some reflections on his legs. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Give him a little bit of reflection on there. Let's do that on the tips of his antlers. Okay. All right. And we got to get this green stem in here too. I'm going to put mine all the way down like I've been doing off the edge of the canvas. As you can see, there's my stem. Put that in there. Okay. There we go. That's my stem. And we'll take a little bit of this black, the green, and we'll just come down here with a little bit of an outline. Not fully outlined, but a little bit. Oops. Just to make it stand up a little bit. Okay, I see this. My black disappeared a little bit there. So. And did we get it all the way off the edge? I definitely want to make sure we got it all the way off the edge on mine, because like I said, I didn't leave enough room. So I definitely want to get my bee's wings in there. Little finishing touches. This is the last little bits on our painting to bring it all together. We've got our blue and our green and our black in there that makes these wings come together. Okay, with the reflection coming through. Okie dokie. And then our last little thing, now that our flower is dry on the bottom here, I'm going to take that green and we're going to do the same thing that we did with the petals up there. I'm going to grab some of this green. I'm going to mix it in with a little bit of this black. Ah, don't spill. I lost my lid. And we will get the base of this done so that we have that. We have these petal, what are they called? Sepals on the bottom of the flower that holds the stem and the base of the flower together. So same thing, we're just pointing it and pulling. We just want these slightly smaller because we want it to, and I'm just going to paint in the spot that was missing. We want it to cover where our flower and stem meets. So we have a nice, neat bottom of our flower. Put those in, pull some tall, some short, get those in. Oh, just let your brush do the work. Pull those down. There they go. A little bit of that black on there. That'll help it distinguish between the leaves. And each of them. Ooh. There we go. Oops, that one's a little darker than I wanted. Grab a little bit more green, make it pointy. And there we go. Ah. There we go. Now I like it. And that looks like it's it's able to hold my bee in well. So let's turn this the right way around for all y'all. There you can see. There he is, my fuzzy wuzzy bee. He's darker than I would have liked him to be. But I did not have my hairdryer. So remember, you can go back and you can fix him. This is still a little bit wet, so I don't want to go too much and mess him up. But just, yeah, bring your color in afterwards once it's dry and just keep doing these little flick layers. Don't do, oops, yeah, don't do that. Don't blend too much, because then it will, obviously it'll blend your fuzzy wuzziness away. So I'm going to fix that a little bit there, because I don't want a bright pinky color. I want a bright yellow color. But there. You can bring your, you can come in afterwards and you can really like fix up these patches by just, when the underneath is dry, coming in with some color on the top. There we go. That's better. And that will help him get his fuzzy wuzziness together. And the more layers that you have with this guy, the more fun he actually is. He needs all these layers. He's just one of those guys. One of those paintings that just, the more layers you have with him, the more fun he is. Get some of this black on the top with a little bit of the yellow there. So he'll look deeper in those areas. That'll give him that 3D effect. The more that you can get the contrast between the dark and the light there. I don't want to get any green in there. I nearly did. But, and then bringing that gray right up close to the yellow. So you can really go in and just keep adding a little bit of layers as it dries to it. I wouldn't touch the flowers too much. I mean, you could go in and get some of these thicker, but I wouldn't play too much with that. But playing with the bee's actual fuzz, that really could help make him like more 3D. And I'm just going to pull him out here a bit more, like he goes off of my canvas more. There, that's better. There he is. And see how that really makes it look fuzzy wuzzy. So that's an important part of this guy, is that layering. So yeah. And final step, oh my goodness, we are artists, people, so we have got to sign our work. Don't forget to do that. I need a little bit of black over here. I am all out. Don't forget to sign your work. I like to put my signature and the year always. And do try sign it with your paint. It just makes it so much more authentic than writing it in with a Sharpie or something afterwards. But there you go, everybody. So put this up and see. Oh, thank you, Terry. I appreciate you. But see, there he is, Mr. Fuzzy Wuzzy Bear. And he isn't even a bear. There you go. Whoops. Let's hold it over there, that you can see. So yeah, you probably could go in more layers. But I don't think he needs it. I think he is. I love him. The more I see him on the screen there, he looks even better than he looked when I was like, had him right next to my face. That's the worst thing, right? We look at our work and we get so judgmental on it because we're looking at it like this, like right in front of our faces. But really, like, look at that. He's so cute. I love him. Whoops. Hang on there, Al. I do. I love him. he is. He's fun. So yeah, you excited to paint this? I'm so glad to hear it. And yeah, change up your colors of your flower. You could do a yellow flower, a purple flower, pink flower. Gosh, you could do anything because it's just like it's a fantasy flower, really. It's not actually a real flower. I mean, like we were saying, it could be a zinnia, but it's kind of like this poof ball flower with this poofy fuzzy wuzzy bee. Yeah, I think he is so, so fun. And I have had a great time with this ARTual today. I hope that it helped you get a smile on your dial, like it helped me. I could even see my dimples. I haven't seen those in like a couple days. I've actually just been a little bit down in the dumps. So, but I feel so much better after painting with you all. So thank you so much for providing the space and the time to be able to paint with you guys. It was so much fun. As always, it really feeds my heart. And I had, a great time with you guys. I will close circle for us now. Our candle is almost all the way out, as you see. There it is. So we will close up our circle space together, tongue-tied. All right. So thank you so much. Blessed be. Have a wonderful rest of your day and week. And there she goes. Thank you for being in my space. Thank you for being a smile on my face. I'm all rhyming. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. All right. I hope you had a great time. Again, I am Tracy Abbey from the Cat's Whiskers mobile and online art studio. And I had a fantastic time painting with you guys today. I am in guide number 8 if you want to find out more about what I do and who I am and all about my craziness. There is actually going to be a PDF in there if you are a little woo-woo and you would like more information about bee and bees energy and how you can incorporate that in your life. You can go and get your woo on over there. If you just want the tracer and you would like to paint along, it's all in there too. And if you'd like to know more about our bee painting challenge that we're going to have together, it is, as I said, 3 days of bee, 3 different bee paintings, but we're going to have a mystery painting and then a fun day together. So it's 5 days of painting with me in a challenge that's coming up in 8 days, I believe it is now. And if you want to paint with me always, and you don't just want to paint on the challenge or once a month on these little ARTuals that we have here in this group, you can join my magical painting circle and we paint together 4 times a month. We have a Q&A, we have magical moon paintings that we do together, as well as our energetic art that we do like this. And we learn about all sorts of wonderful, fun, woo-woo things. And if you are an artist wanting to learn how to sell your paintings or to sell your crafts, or you want to just learn how to market yourself, we have that in the Magical Painting Circle too. You get some business advice and just some encouragement and some support with that. So it is a really fun place, and you can use my tutorials and my traces in there if you are an artist like that, to be able to share with your people. So it's just a fun, really great space of like-minded woo-woo and witchy with folks. So cheers. I will see you again soon. Yeah. I can't even remember what next month's painting is, but like I said, you can find me all over Guide 8. You'll find me in the other places that I'm at, and hopefully we'll get to paint together soon. So bye everybody. Blessed be.